everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Althea and I am a baby YouTuber and I do videos about marketing, faith and clarity. And I just want to share something with you coming from my first video, my only video. And sorry, it took me a while to produce the next one, and I'm really going to, going forward, I hope that I could ensure that I release a video each week like I said I do. So my apologies, just doing this is new to me and I'm still trying to get the hang of it, but I'm sure I'll get there. So thank you so much for watching. I'm so filling my glasses today. The main reason is because I could see myself clearer in the camera, so I just think I just want my glasses on today. So today my video is about what I did to declutter my life. Moving forward from my first video, I talked about the challenges I faced over the past 4 or 5 years and how I wanted a bit of clarity in my life. And I put a full story, my story on my website. I did think maybe I should just do a video about my story and match it to the one on my website, and I probably will do that. But what I want to do is, the first thing I want to talk about is how I declutter my life. So I'm just going to give you a really quick background as to why I'm here and just my story. So I'm Althea. I'm originally from a very small country called St. Lucia in the Caribbean. And I did quite a lot of things. In a previous life I used to be a singer. I sang professionally for quite a long time. And I still sing in church, in my local church, and I really love doing it, and I love worshiping and helping people to worship. My story will start not from when I was born, but just a little joke, but it will start in the year 2011. After I finished my master's, I started feeling very overwhelmed, coming from the back of having a master's and a degree, studying for 5 years. I started feeling extremely overwhelmed, and I felt that it was impacting on my mental health. I started doing a lot, being very busy, running around, doing stuff for people, doing stuff for myself, doing stuff for my family, and feeling quite overwhelmed. And I decided to do something about it. So this is the short of the long, and the short of the story is I decided to do something about it. It took me a while to think about what I really wanted to do, but the first thing I did was I stopped relaxing my hair. I don't know why, but I should I go back a bit? First, that was the first action that I took. But the very few things that happened to me that even caused me to even feel more overwhelmed is I had a son, I bought a house, an old house that we renovated, and I'll put some pictures in there to show you. I'm sure following this bit you'll see some pictures about my project management skills in renovating a very old house. And it was very difficult for me. It was juggling a full-time job as a communications manager and coming here and project managing builders and money and everything else. It was quite challenging, and it really even compounded my overwhelming feeling. Then I noticed a few things. I put on more weight than I needed. I wasn't sleeping very well. I was having what my doctor called anxiety dreams. I didn't have anxiety in my normal days. I wasn't stressed in the daytime, but when I went to sleep, I had what they call anxiety attacks in my dream, or anxiety dreams. And they usually manifest themselves like you being mauled by a bear, or you're in the middle of the wilderness and you have absolutely no food, or something really catastrophic, or the world was coming to an end and there was just fire coming from the sky, and it used to give me headaches, and I'd wake up really stressed and my heart racing. And the doctor said I had she said, yeah, you having panic attack in your dreams. I didn't know that was possible, and she referred me to counseling. I never really went to counseling. I didn't feel I wanted it, but what I did was I started thinking, right, I'm very good at looking at my problems and dealing with it. So I decided to deal with my problem, to take actions about it. So what I did was I started a series of things. Now I stumble along the way, all along the way I made mistakes, but I started a series of activities, which is basically looking at, I'm almost so certain when I'm going to edit this video, I'm going to regret not taking my glasses off. Maybe I should take my glasses off. I'm going to take my glasses off. I think it's better. I can't see anything, but I have to take my glasses off. Anyway, I had my son. I bought a house. My doctor told me I had anxiety dreams, and when I had my son, I contracted deep vein thrombosis. And what that is just I had a big blood clot at the back of my knee. When everybody else had everything else, I had nothing but just that, and I had to undergo minor keyhole surgery to put a sort of like a mesh somewhere in my chest to stop any clots from traveling up my body. So it was a very difficult time for me. I really struggled with being in the hospital on a cold bed, you know, what is a very cold room, pregnant, and vaginal operation on me. So I wasn't very happy. My baby was fine. The deep vein thrombosis was putting my life at risk, and inevitably my baby's life. So I didn't have pressure, I didn't have swollen feet, or I didn't have anything major. I just had this, you know, hey, if I'm going to have something during I'm pregnant, I'm going to have probably one of the worst things you should have. But I got out of it, and I was on heparin even when I was breastfeeding, and my body crashed. My body really crashed. And I had to do something about it. I think that's when the anxiety dreams started coming. I started dreaming of, you know, fire, brimstone, hell. I went back to work from maternity leave. Things had changed that impacted on me negatively, and I just couldn't cope. I was really struggling. And I thought I had to do something. And the first thing I ended up doing as a knee-jerk reaction is I got rid of my hair. I just cut off my hair, went to the hairdresser, didn't relax my hair for about a month or two, a month and a half, went to the hairdresser until I cut it all off. And she was like, are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure you want to get rid of all that long hair? And my hair tends to, you know, my hair grows. It doesn't look long, but it grows pretty well. It's not, put it that way, it's not afraid to come out, my hair. It's not afraid to come out. It looks a lot shorter than it is, but it tends to grow. So I eventually went to the hospital, where was I? I eventually cut it off. I loved my son's hair. My son's hair was like up there, and I eventually cut mine off, and the two of us were just rocking this crazy wild hair. And I still have it. I'm still trying my best to tame this hair, and I cannot. I just have to embrace it, because I can't tame it. I've tried. I looked at a lot of YouTube videos, and I tried to do a lot of things with it, and sometimes it comes out nice, but it is what it is, and I love it. I absolutely love my hair. I love the craziness of it, and I thought maybe I should just embrace that. But let's move on from my hair. So then after that, I went to started doing different things. So we got the house to a point where we wanted it. It's not totally finished, and maybe one day I'll be, I don't know, brave enough to do a house tour. But this is my kitchen in the back, and we got it to a point where we thought this is how we want it, and we can get on with it. And by doing so, what I ended up with is a nice place to live that I was comfortable with. I still have some work to be done, but I'll have to sort that out. Then I started looking at opportunities for minimalism. I started studying minimalism. I studied it for months. For months, really. I studied it. I watched quite a few of the pros. I watched quite of the. I subscribe to a few of people who are doing some amazing stuff in their lives, just removing all the noise and getting some kind of zen, getting some kind of clarity. I include a lot of faith in there. I prayed about it a lot. So mine is on a faith-based, but sort of what I call minimalism, which is not necessarily minimalism, but it's a semi version of minimalism, and I coin it minimalism. I don't know if it's out there, but hey, and I started doing things for myself. I started a business. I decided I want to quit my job. I haven't done that yet, but I'm hoping to do that. I now have a fledgling business. It's very young, but it's getting there. I've got clients. I'm working with a few people. I'm hoping to develop more and more clients, and I'll probably tell you more about it. I have a Facebook community that I'm trying to develop. I have a website that is out with some of the work that I can do, what I can offer to anybody, and I have a blog called Genie Clarity. My name is Jenitha as well, so I just call it Genie Clarity. So coming back to what I think the video is really about is, how did I start my minimalist journey? So this is about the 10 things I did to start my minimalist journey. And I don't know if it's going to take me into minimalism, but I'm calling it minimalism because by no stretch of the imagination that I think that I am a minimalist. I'm not yet. I'd like to be, and I think I can, but not yet. I wouldn't call myself a minimalist. I would say a semi-minimalist. I'm a minimalist. So the first thing I did, and I didn't realize how I was doing it, but what I will do is talk you through some of the pitfalls of doing it. The first thing, and I hope I don't babble along too much, so just bear with me. The first thing I did was I started looking at my wardrobes. I decluttered my wardrobes. I went through my wardrobes and I started using some of Marie Kondo, which is things that spark joy, whatever, and some of what I feel would work for me. So I started, I gave away over 7 to 10 bags of clothing, either give away, donate. I just put the clothes in bags and I gave away quite a lot of stuff. So that's my first thing, the clothes. I did all my clothes. However, it took me such a while to do it because it was very difficult doing, decluttering your clothes. And I suppose I'm talking to anybody out there who find it very difficult decluttering. And I'm not saying not doing the physical action. In your head, inside your head, do you find it difficult doing it? Just getting rid of stuff that you love. Even if you know you're not going to wear it or you don't like it, but you want to keep it. It's yours. There's some kind of bond with this. You've bonded with this and you don't want to let it go. And I think that's one of the problems I had. I bonded with some of my clothes and I didn't want to let them go. So it took me months, let me tell you, to get to this stage. So right now, I've got what I want. Right now I've got what I want. So it took me months to get where I needed to get to. I kept a few dresses that I think that I really love. I'm on a weight loss journey as well, so or a healthy lifestyle journey as well. So I kept some stuff that I really love and really felt was beautiful, and when I wore them they made me feel amazing. So I kept that. And just be aware, so that's my tip. Just be aware that if you're not able to do it entirely, if you're not able to do the full thing, if you're not able to just do it in one afternoon like some of these amazing people do, and they put their videos up on YouTube, and these crazy people who does amazing stuff. If you're not able to do it in stages. I did mine in stages and it worked. I did one phase and some things I kept, and then I gave myself a couple of weeks or a month or two, and then one Saturday again I said, do I really want this? And I started really thinking about what I wanted. Then it's somehow when you do things exponentially, you get to where you want to get, i.e. in small stages, because each stage you are so complex. As human beings, we are so complex. We don't get to just make decisions and say yes. Sometimes we do, a lot of times we do, but there are times when your decision making is not as precise as it should be at the time. Every time you wear your outfits, especially the ones that are different bits, like a skirt or top or a dress or whatever, every time you wear something that you feel, oh my God, I look amazing in that. I look so good in this. Let's take a picture of it. Now, some girls may not have that problem because some people just have an amazing wardrobe. Let's face it, they just have, everything is just amazing. But I didn't. Some of the stuff I have didn't quite work for me. I don't dress the same way all the time. I know people might think I do, but I don't. I wear quite a wide range of clothing. I wear from dresses to long dresses to short dresses to trousers to shorts. I even used to wear shorts. I haven't worn it in a while only because I put on some weight. But to shorts, I would wear jumpers, I'd wear long dresses. And I do like edgy urban clothing. I don't like very proper clothing. I like my clothes a bit edgy, and I like my clothes a little bit street. I like my clothes street. So I went through a series of I went through getting rid of it, and then I got to the place I want to. Take a picture. I digress. That's what I was saying. When you finally have the wardrobe you want, whilst you're doing that decluttering, during the time that you are decluttering your clothing, take a pictures of the clothes that you really love on that day that you went to work, or you went to church, or you went to your friend's house or the beach or whatever. Take a picture of that clothes in your mirror, in your sort of full frame mirror, and have it in memory. Because one of the things I find, I don't always remember which skirts go with which top and which top went well, but sometimes I do it and it works. So when it works, take a picture of it and keep it in your phone, and when you're ready, you just have you have the combinations ready on your phone, and you can say, okay, tomorrow I'm just going to wear that combination. I'm going to find that bits of clothing and wear them. I think that would really help. I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but I hope I am. But I hope you understand what I'm saying. Take a picture of the clothes that you feel amazing with, and then you'll have a nice collection of what your wardrobe really looks like in picture, on like on a dummy, and then, or on a mannequin, and then you can sort of decide, okay, I'm going to wear this, so I know exactly what to go for. And I do that, and it works in the morning. Second thing I did was shoes. I got rid of a lot of pairs of shoes. I got rid of quite my edgy shoes that I used to wear. Some of them were broken, some of them were damaged, some of them got full up with lath and plaster. I don't know if you know what that means, but when we're doing up our house, the thing just got everywhere, which is the black dust that comes out of old properties when you're doing them up. The third thing I did, the third parts of my life that I decluttered was my paperwork. And girl, oh my gosh, or should I say boy, there was so much of it. It was everywhere, and I'm still not finished. I could not believe how many bank statements that I kept. Now, previously, where we used to live before, I used to file stuff. I was a filer. I'm from a secretarial background, so I file things. I used to file a lot, and I didn't realize how being organized can turn you into a hoarder as well. People think hoarder is just putting things, chucking things away, but being organized can turn you to a hoarder. So pay attention to that. Find out whether your great organizational skills is causing you to be a hoarder, and do something about it. That's my tip for the paperwork. Because what I did was, I had so much paperwork. I shredded, I binned, and the more I binned, the more they kept coming. We just had boxes and boxes of it, but eventually it got almost done. I still have 3 more boxes to clear. Can you believe that? The third thing is your pots and your pans. You would be surprised how much of pots and pans and things you have in your kitchen that you don't need, that you're not using, or you may fancy changing, because pots tend to last forever, and you may want to change. What I found I was doing was, I saw a nice pot and I bought it, and I saw a nice pot and I bought it, and I saw 2 pots and I bought them, and before you know it, I had lots of different variations. So I got rid of some pots and pans and some baking trays that I didn't think was in good condition, or they were old, or I didn't use them much, so I got rid of it. So that's another thing I did, and so that's the fourth thing. Oh gosh, I haven't been counting. So the 5th one is emails. I went through my emails. I've always been a clearer of emails kind of girl. I always do that at work, but I never did it for my personal self. Emails. I didn't do it at work all the time. I've got rules. If somebody, specific people send me an email, it goes into that rule, and my email is all organized at work. But at home, I never did it. I don't do it that much. I did it a couple of years ago, but I hadn't done. I cleared out my emails. I delete what was supposed to be deleted. I kept what was supposed to be kept. Emails that had documents in it, I just saved them and deleted the emails. I have a big hard drive, external hard drive, that I just save everything on. Or if you have a cloud account, you could just upload to your cloud and keep it there. But think about that. That really does clear out your head. And let me tell you something. When you start doing it, as you start getting rid of things, honestly, I don't know what it is that happens in your brain, and your brain just feels a little bit calmer. Your mind starts to think a little bit clearer. You're creative. Somehow, for me, I don't know about anybody else, but somehow I just started getting a bit more creative because somehow my brain had more space to deal with things. I think your brain is aware of the reduction and it works out that for you. Because I know I've been reading, anyway, I'm going off, but I think your brain is aware of the reduction and it does everything for you and it makes you feel better. So that's one thing. The seventh thing is my makeup. I went through my makeup. Now, that one was the easy bit. One, I didn't have a lot of makeup because I didn't used to use that much makeup. And even now I don't. This morning I was struggling to put some eyelashes, but it never worked, so I just ignored it. I got rid of all the old makeup. I had toiletry boxes of lots of different jewelry and stuff, and it was just full up. I got rid of a lot of that. I think there's one packet I noticed somewhere. I didn't even know I had it, so I have to declutter that as well. So I got rid of all the makeup. I think the tip I can give you about makeup is if you've had a mascara for over a year or so, and you have quite a few of them and you know it's old, throw it out because it actually can have germs in it, I found out, and it can cause you problems with your eyes. So if you have, especially lipstick is another one, if you've had a lipstick for a long while, just chuck it out and change it. Or something I started developing, what I really want when it comes to fashion, and I'm making a list of it. And then you could have some idea, a favorite color of a lipstick, a favorite outfit, think about what you want and get rid of what you don't want. And if you're feeling very precious about something, put it aside. If you're feeling very precious about that favorite lip color, put it aside. And then come back to it and decide whether you really want to throw it or not. If you want to keep it or you throw it. Because sometimes your personality change, you see. As you change, because we change, I think we change every second. Not drastic change, but small changes. One of the things that happened to me is that I stopped feeling very precious about everything. I want to collect experiences, I want to collect wonderful moments, and I want to eat really better. Other than that, I don't want a lot of material things anymore. I used to want a lot of material things. I was telling my friend how I've been salivating over a £1,500 diamond ring at John Lewis that I've been looking at, and somehow I no longer want it. I don't know why. I suppose the Holy Spirit is changing me, but I no longer want it because I do things like I pray a bit more. I do mindfulness. I'll talk to you about that. But you feel like as if you think you want that now, but just give yourself some time and see if you still need it. Especially if during that time you went to the shops and you saw this amazing earring or lipstick that you really, really like, and you're thinking, that one I don't really like it. So think about that. That's my tip about makeup. If you don't want to let go of a few things, let it go, leave it, keep it. And then weeks later or months later, have a look at it and see if you still want it. So the next thing I did was my bedding. I looked at my bedding and I gave away a few things. I didn't have a lot of that, to be honest. I have had the same old bedding. I've never had expensive bedding. I've never had really nice bedding. I've never had posh stuff when it comes to bedding. I've had a few of them. I have expensive dresses and I've had expensive shoes, but I've in my spirit, I'm never really comfortable buying a lot, spending a lot of money on bedding, and that's just me. That's just me. I'm not making any I'm not making any bones about it, and I'm not going to say that I spend a lot of money on bedding. I don't. But I went through all the stuff I had, and I threw away all the old ones and I replaced it with new ones. Some of our soft furniture got damaged with all the lath and plaster, so I had to get rid of that. So that was the bedding. I did bedding and it worked out fine. I don't specifically have any tip. I just think as a semi-minimalist, I want to get down to a point where I just have 3 bed sheets, 3 of everything, 3 sets of pillowcases, 3 sets of bed sheets, 3 sets of duvet cover, and whatever. And what that does is that just means I'm not a minimalist. I don't have one. What that means is when I take one out, there's always one, and there's just an extra. When I take one out, I can just put the same one. So in terms of bedding, I would say, if you want to, I'm not saying you have to, but if you want to, aim for just having 3 lots of bedding, so you don't have too much and it's not overwhelming. Because I'm just saying that because I think there is some real merit in some of the stories you hear about these chief execs of Apples and Facebooks and them who don't have a lot of variations of clothing because they just think it takes a lot of time to make the decision in the morning. And I do think that in the morning I don't want to spend 20 minutes trying to figure out what I want to wear, and I certainly do not want to spend 20 minutes the night before figuring out what I want to wear. Because everybody said put it out in the night, figure it out. I don't want to. And some people might say, well, I don't take that long. That's because you've got a great wardrobe. But some of us don't. And some of us has curves, and some of us have our lovely lady curvy figure that doesn't always just fit into every little skinny thing. Sometimes that jeans that looked amazing on me 3 weeks ago just not going well. Depends on my mood. And the next thing is accessories, electronics, and all the little bits around your house that you don't need. We found electric strip plugs that didn't work, iPhone chargers that don't work, Samsung chargers that don't work, plugs that don't work, just all sorts. Because I am a gadgety person, so I bought lots of gadgety thingies from Amazon, like shredders and garlic crushers and all sorts, and cheese graters that grate like this, and they don't work, and I had to just get rid of all of them. I think I'm on the 7th one, but I'm not just sure now. And just bear with me, I may get these numbers wrong, but I think we're on the 8th now. The 8th thing, and it may be the 9th, but I don't care at this point. The next thing is toys. And I'm sure there's a lot of women out there who can relate. My house was flooded. I had an impulsive child who, let's face it, at 6 or 4 or 5 years old, he doesn't have any sort of control, and everything he wants this and he wants that, and I don't think I bought too much toys to him, because I went to some of my friends' house and oh my god, they had rooms this high of toys, and I thought I was bad, but he just had too many. He's 6 years old now, he's going to 7. He doesn't really want toys. He likes the Nerf gun, he likes tablets and games and Roblox and all these kind of things, and that's what he's interested in. He no longer finds passion in any sort of truck or whatever. He does like tracks, and he still has his piston track, but I got rid of everything. Got rid of it. He's like, Mommy, why are you giving away my toys? Mommy, why are you giving away this? I say, you're not playing with it anymore. My friend runs a mobile creche, and I'll give a shout out to Karina. Karina does an amazing stuff. She runs a mobile creche where, and this is not a sponsored video, I just think I need to tell you guys that my friend Karina runs a mobile creche. So she does childcare, but in a sort of like a events environment. So if you have a wedding, if you do weddings, if you have an event, any kind of event, she rocks up with toys and whatever and put them aside and look after all the kids at the event. It's specifically good for weddings and any sort of awards event where women have to bring their children, so they can bring their children, the children can have fun, because the kids are not going to enjoy wedding in its, kids don't really enjoy wedding in its traditional way, really. They enjoy it only, when they have other children they can run around and play with. So she rocks up with all her stuff, and she lays it out, and she looks after the children at weddings and special events, corporate events. Shout out to Karina. I know, shameless plug, I'm not getting paid for it. It's not sponsored. I just want people to know that I think it's amazing. But I use her in my work, and she's done an amazing job. And I went to my other friend's wedding where my son spent. I enjoyed the wedding because my son was at her play group in the next room. So that's my take on how I declutter my life. I am not finished yet. I still have some other things to do, and I probably will do another video about decluttering. But my next video, I'm going to be talking about consistency. Yay! how to be consistent, 10 things or 15 things or whatever, how many things we can do to be consistent. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. I'd really love to build my followers. I haven't promoted my channel yet. If you're watching this and you're saying, oh, she doesn't have a lot of people on her channel, I haven't promoted my channel yet. I'm just putting videos out first, and then I will start promoting it. This is my second. I'll probably start promoting it from my third video, and then I'm going to start getting things going and having a really good consistency in terms of what I post. If you want to see know about my story, I head onto my website. I put a link there on my blog. You will see my story, and you'll see pictures of the renovation and my son, and how I came to just having a feeling a little bit better and getting out of a very busy. I think that's 10 things. I think it may be more or less, but I'll probably put the correct amount in the video description for you. If you like this and you want to know more, if you enjoy watching my video and you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think. Subscribe now. Do it now. Go on, do it. You did it? Okay, great. Do it now. If you want to know more about this minimalist journey that I'm on, and there will be a lot of hints and tips and tricks, and I'm sure I'm going to give you some amazing bite-sized beautiful information that you can take with you and do it with me, and let me know what you think. Please like this video. Likes of the video is very important, and if you like it, just please hit the subscribe button. I suppose if you don't like it as well, just, I'm not going to promote the don't like button, but it's there and you have the choice. And also, yeah, just if you want to know a bit more about me, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. The links are there. And join my community if you think that will be helpful. I make videos about clarity. My videos are mainly about clarity, but there's specific topics that I'll be covering when it comes to clarity. So the topics I'll be covering is lifestyle, the other one is marketing, and the other one is faith. And it's just clarity. It's just my take and my understanding and my experiences and my glitches and my pitfalls I want to share with you, and see if they can inspire you, see if they can move you to looking into your own situation and seeing if you'd want to change your situation. I know I can't see you through the video, but I absolutely love having you here, and I hope to see you again. So thank you very much, and goodbye.